But on to the big news in NFL this week. All the running backs are basically like mad at all.
Up in arms.
Outraged. Some of the big names, Derrick Henry, CMC, and Jonathan Taylor all publicly tweeted talking about how the three guys, Saquon, Pollard, and Josh Jacobs should get paid.
Yeah.
And no one got a contract.
Well, I disagree on the Pollard take. Pollard broke his leg, right?
He broke his leg, snapped it.
He broke his leg. He snapped it in 150 different parts or whatever. Bro, I'm not going to give you...
People understand Pollard more than they understand
The other
Saquon
two.
and Josh.
Well, yeah. Saquon, I think, should be signed. He's more important to the team.
He's more the face of the franchise for the Giants. Like, Saquon Barkley is the face of the franchise. I heard today he did the social media thing. He took off, he's not a Giants running back. He's not this. He's not that.
He's willing to sit out, he said.
Did
you see that?
He said he's willing to pull that card if he has to, but doesn't want to, yeah.
He doesn't want to. I think Saquon's going to come back. The fans love him. If I was him, I would play it a different way, actually. I would be like, I'm ready to play. I want to play. I deserve more, which they do. 100% Josh and Saquon deserve more. Listen, there's so much to talk about this. The franchise tag this year was $10.1 million, I believe, Eddie Money.
Correct.
And let's go back to Le'Veon Bell, 2018. He sat out a whole year. By the way, he just came out this week and said he regrets sitting out.
100%.
The franchise tag in 2018 was $14 million. What occupation do you know that in 5 years you've lost 20% value? It's like inflation on steroids the opposite way. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And people are pissed. Guys are saying, I've heard today that running backs, they're going to plan some kind of protest. Guys are like...
The fuck?
Here's the thing. It's bad for everyone, Rafa. Here's the thing. Because if I'm a running back, if I play for UCLA, USC, and I know I'm being devalued, then why should I go out? Everyone knows on the planet, besides offensive and defensive linemen, who takes the most punishment on the field? Running backs. You get the most contact. Why? Even when you're not running the ball, you got a freaking linebacker. You got a defensive end. You got a chip. I mean, you have contact every single play.
I understand all of that, but if you're in college and you're a running back, right, like you just said,
yeah,
bro, what job can you get out of college that's going to pay you millions of dollars? What fucking skill do you have?
Running,
dude, $10 million. These guys are crying about it.
But here's the thing, Rafa. It doesn't. That's like oranges and apples to me.
You're irrelevant. You have become irrelevant.
We've gone back and forth on this. Ezekiel Elliott needs to be fucking
that was a different deal. And
tarred and feathered.
Dude, at that time, when they re-signed Zeke, Dak needed that to succeed. Dak has advanced that. Like, if you look at the Jacobs deal, the Raiders aren't going to win shit. They didn't make the playoffs last year.
Rude.
They didn't make the playoffs last year. They're probably not making it this year, even if he's on the team. The Barkley stance, we made the playoffs. We won a playoff game.
Yeah.
You were our best player. That's the guy I would pay. The other two dudes, take what you can get, bud, and hopefully you do well. The Raiders aren't going to budge on him because it's not like, oh, if we give him more money, that's the guy we need. But he's going to take us over the top. You don't have shit to go over the top. You nothing.
Here's the thing. I heard yesterday that NIL deals, the third most profitable position in college for NIL deals is running back.
That's in college.
I know, but how are you valued so much in college?
Because now nobody can throw the fucking ball.
And devalued in the pro game. Something has to be fixed.
Dude, there's no fixing it. In college, I can watch a guy from fucking Wichita, Malagala State run for 190 yards against anybody.
I know their QB coach. He's fucking good.
So in college, dude, you watch all these guys and this guy ran for 1,200 yards. Oh, he just had a game for 170 yards. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. Because it's different.
You look at the Super Bowl game, so I'm agreeing with you on this point. Isaiah Pacheco, 7th round pick, right? He will never get paid.
No.
He will never get paid, which sucks because he has a lot of value to that team.
How much is he making?
Oh, jeez. League minimum has to be.
What's
7th
league
round
minimum?
I think it's like
$500,000?
600,000 maybe.
Okay, go cut cement and see how much you make. Go put a fucking block wall and see how much you make. That's
Go
dude,
ahead, Eddie.
His contract is a 4-year, $3.7 million.
Give me 4-year, $3.7 million. I'll whatever.
Yeah, but the value on the field, though, Rafa, if you're, a top 5 player on your team, just because you played running back doesn't mean that you should be devalued. They're valuable. Josh Jacobs was the leading rusher in the NFL.
But
And
they
what
don't
did
last.
that get
They
you?
don't last.
Forget that they don't last.
They don't last.
What did he get you? What did he get you? The number one.
He probably got us 5 more wins than we fucking...
5 more wins. Yay, what'd you end with 6?
Yeah.
Guess what that got you? Dick. Nothing. That got you nothing. Every running back in the league, we could take the 3 best running backs in the league. Derrick Henry, CMC, and Jonathan Taylor. They didn't win. Derrick Henry didn't make the playoffs. Not his fault, but he didn't make the playoffs. Jonathan Taylor didn't sniff anything. At CMC, he was on an amazing fucking team. Before that, he was in Carolina. Didn't make the playoffs.
So this is a fact, right? Kickers, as a whole, on an average in the NFL, get paid more than NFL running backs
They're
right now.
more important.
As a whole.
They're more important.
you're
Sorry
telling
to
me
tell
that-
you. Yes.
That Robbie Gold is more important than CM fucking C.
Because
And let me ask you something. When I'm fucking... No.
Robbie Gold is not more important than T.
That's not what he's saying.
Look,
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That he just proposed a question. No.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, at the end of the game, when we need to hit a field goal to win the game, the running back's not trotting out there. He's not rushing the ball from 42 yards to win the game.
Who's getting the kicker to that spot, though?
Not the fucking running back.
CJ's so
How
pissed
many
off he
times-
forgot there's a microphone in front
Yeah,
of him.
there's a mic right in front of you. Let
on,
me ask you a
CJ.
question. In the last 2 minutes of every half, how many times do they run the ball? How many teams run the ball to drive the field?
I'll tell you, Derek Carr
49ers.
only fucking checks down to his fucking running
49ers
backs.
do.
That's it. That's their style. The
Yes.
Niners don't have a quarterback that can chuck the ball. Stop.
31 other teams don't run the ball in 2 minutes.
No, maybe the Eagles. Maybe, but nobody runs it.
There's something to say about
And
a
the
good
Titans-
draw play. A great draw play.
Are
Get you
you
20
kidding?
yards.
Was there anybody better than Tony Romo running that delayed draw? With the Dallas delayed draw is amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
How many fucking championships do they have? Since they don't, sorry, the teams now are not built like that. You know who's built like that? The Niners, Baltimore. That's it. From there on,
just signed Melvin Gordon today, the fumble king of Los Angeles.
yeah, but they have Dobbins back. They got a bunch of
Yeah,
dudes.
take it. And Luke bring up a good point. So I asked in chat to get their opinions. I was like,
Yeah.
So who would you sign? Would you sign Josh Jacobs or Saquon? And then Luke said neither. Running back by committee has been proven to work until the CBA changes. Rookie contracts is the issue.
I think that's what has to happen here. To me, listen,
They already went through that. Where
they're gonna have to redo it.
you cannot redo the rookie scale.
That's what a CBA does. They
You
redo
should, and
fucking.
they fixed it where, because you remember the number 1 pick would get $35 million guaranteed, and he was dick.
yeah, well, that's why they fixed that.
So now you want to give him more money again.
I feel like, I feel like there should be some kind of fucking rule with franchise tagging running backs. Listen, Miles Sanders, starting running back for the Eagles.
Panthers.
Well, now he's with the Panthers. They let him go. He was starting running back for the Super Bowl contenders.
Because you're replaceable. If you're replaceable, that's it.
You're trying to tell me that fucking
wasn't
left
even-
guards and right guards and fucking strong safeties aren't replaceable? Their salaries keep going up.
Because the elite ones stay elite for 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. When you have an elite offensive line, you usually have an elite quarterback behind it.
Yeah, I have a hard time. I just have a hard time believing that, a corner is less valuable than a great running back. Great running backs, yes.
Everyone throws the ball. Nobody runs the ball anymore. The teams
Baltimore
that won,
Ravens.
the teams that made that won, the Eagles ran the ball because their quarterback can run the ball.
I can't wait to talk to Logan about running the ball because Logan comes from UCLA, Chip Kelly, spread them out, but they're a power running team, I would say. He spreads them out to run the ball.
That's college. It's a whole different spectrum. It's the quarterbacks in college are not very good. There's a lot of dudes that aren't very good.
Well, there's
a lot of dudes
in the
that
NFL
aren't
aren't very good.
Come on, man. Pull up all the playoff teams from last year. Name the running backs. There's nobody on this list that's on there except for CMC.
Ooh.
That's it.
Eddie Money,
I
is that possible? Can
The
you pull off?
The Eagles were the number one rushing team. Their quarterback can run the ball, which then helps the running backs because he can run the ball, he can throw the ball. The quarterback is the key there. It's a quarterback league. It's a quarterback
I feel like
receiver.
I feel like that's where the game is going. That's where the game is going to go.
Where's the game going?
It's going to mobile quarterbacks. Your quarterback has to be able to run, and there's a threat with your running back. I feel like that's the direction of football. Listen, college always does this. College always is the test vehicle for the NFL. It's never the NFL does something crazy. It always, listen, that's why college coaches get pulled to the NFL. Cliff Kingsbury, Jerry.
How did that work out?
June.
Gonna say.
What's from Hawaii?
June Jones?
June Jones.
How did that work out?
But they're always innovating. College coaches always innovate, and then they copy. The NFL copies them, and that's where the game is going. That's what I think.
When you run the ball to slow the game down. That means that your defense can actually play defense, not fucking allow 340 yards.
Well, I mean, the NFL rules have swayed it to where you can't play defense.
And you got to throw the ball.
Yeah,
That's where the league is going.
That's a sad truth.
To me, I signed Saquon because he's a bigger part. He's dynamic in the pass game. Jacobs is not dynamic in the pass game. Pollard is dynamic in the pass game as well. Broken leg.
Yeah.
Broken leg.
I agree. I told you Josh's one ailment is that he's not, and he's trying to work on it. He's just not a third down threat out of the backfield.
So how can you get all that money if you can't play every fucking down?
Well, he won't play under $10 million. So what do you think's going to happen, Eddie?
I have
Money?
the playoff teams here.
Okay.
Before I do that though, I want to name the top 5 most paid running backs. Number 1, CMC. Number 2 is Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
3 is Derrick Henry. 4 is Nick Chubb, and 5 is Aaron Jones. The next 3 running backs is franchise tags.
Yeah.
So out of those guys on that list, Aaron Jones didn't make the playoffs. Derrick Henry didn't make the playoffs. Kamara didn't make the playoffs. Who's the other one?
Only CMC.
Only CMC out of the top 5.
You know
That's it.
what stands out to
didn't-
me in that list is that 3, besides Derrick Henry and Chubb, those guys stay on the field on third down. They're very dynamic in the passing game, and that's why I think Gibbs is going to be Bijan. You have to be able to catch the ball. You got to go on first down. You got to be able to go 5 wide. You have to be dynamic. That's also.
I'm trying to remember the guy, dude. Running back, like these guys, we're so exclusive and this and that. Dude, Randall Cobb ran the ball how many fucking times years ago for Green Bay? That kid, Montgomery, who was a receiver.
88 out of the backfield.
Out of the backfield,
Yeah.
And now he was running the ball. Bro,
Logan.
anybody could
Debo
fucking
Samuel.
do it.
Go ahead.
Debo Samuel back.
What's your thought on running backs?
Debo, are you kidding?
What's your thought on this?
On just the pay in general.
Yeah.
For the superstars like Saquon and them, they should be getting the money. I mean, now when we look at the Eagles, they had Miles
Sanders.
They also have 2 other dudes that can
Yeah.
do the job too.
Yes.
When you have a rotation, it's not as important as one guy. Okay, we get rid of that one guy. We still have 2 other ones that can do the job. You don't have anyone like Saquon. That's the thing.
I agree. I agree with you there.
So, and Josh Jacobs. I mean, they don't have anyone like him either.
But that didn't lead to success is my problem. With Saquon, you had him. Your team finally succeeded after his 5th season or his 4th season.
Yeah.
Now you succeeded. Oh, the quarterback's a piece of shit. Fine. But now you've gotten to that point where they work. Jacobs and the Raiders have not succeeded. Do I go out and pay him? This is a season that realistically, you're the 4th best team in the division. Realistically. Is he going to, if you give him more money, he's going to tie up more money for the next 2 years. Is he going to take you to the next level? He's not. I don't think he is.
Well, as far as the Raiders are concerned, I think a certain player held them back Obviously, the defense also held them back. It was a huge part. And Jacobs had said he would play under the franchise tag if they surrounded him with a good team. And that's a big thing. He's coming out and saying, like, you guys didn't make this team better. And, what did they do? Because
who the fuck are you to ask for players, bro? You're a fucking running back.
they want to
Who
win.
the fuck
They
is
want
that?
to win.
How do you say, who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
There you go.
But they want to win. If
Bro,
you're
everybody-
out on the field, listen, Logan knows better. These guys who have played football, you guys know it is a team sport. It's a bonding thing. It's like, I hate the analogy of going to war, but that's the feeling.
Yeah.
The feeling inside is like, we're doing this. And you're putting, as a slot, you got to run that fucking quick slant, right into fucking Ray Lewis. That's balls, and you have to have that feeling like I'm doing this for the team. Now, how are running backs going to fucking do this with this feeling knowing that they're devalued? Like, why am I... Dude, many times we've talked about this. Josh Jacobs came out there and was hurt and had every right to sit out of the game. And he kept on coming back in.
He kept on coming back in because this is a contract year.
Yeah, and now...
That's why.
And now...
He wouldn't have come back in. They wouldn't have even franchise tag him.
And
They
now,
would let him walk.
do you think he would do things differently? 100% yes.
And he would not even have a franchise tag if
That's
he did.
why I believe this is bad for the NFL. It's bad for every team, and that's why this has to change. You can't ask dudes 5'10", 195 pounds to go into the A gap and get crushed play after play, knowing that they could give a fuck about you.
Eddie, there's guys that are going to play behind those dudes that play for less money that are going to do it.
Hey, Joe Mixon, he just renegotiated his contract. He was going to pay $11 million. He split it up, so he gets paid $6 million a year.
Wow.
Look at that. That guy knows what's going on. Yeah. He knows what's going on.
I mean, so the reality of it is Josh and Saquon should take the $10 million and be happy. Just shut the fuck up and play.
Saquon is different. If I'm Josh Jacobs, I play.
If I'm Josh Jacobs and Tony Pollard, I'm taking it. Especially if I'm Tony Pollard.
Oh, 100%.
Tony, yeah, I agree. Coming off, I mean, a lot of people.
Bro, it's
think
$10 million. It's not like you're playing for. I understand. The receivers are making 14, 15, 17, whatever the fuck it is, whatever the number is. This guy's making that much, this guy, so on, and all of that. I understand all of that. Everyone around you is making, everyone that's valued at their position the way you're valued at yours, they're all making more than you. But they're more important than you. When the game is on the line and it's 3rd and 17, guess who's not getting the fucking ball? You, buddy. You are not getting the ball. You're not even on the fucking field.
We were in Vegas against Chargers, Raiders. We were at that game when Josh Jacobs broke a touchdown and won that game. It happens, Rafa.
It wasn't 3rd and 17.
It might have been.
They're 3rd and 15 with a minute and a half left, and the game is tied. You're not on the field. You're not on the field. That's what it is.